And welcome in everyone to RedRaiders.com. I'm Zach Long. This is Krista Pirtle talking Texas Tech men's basketball. And of course, the Red Raiders drill South Carolina State last night in the first round of the Las Vegas Classic. Of course, it was played here in Lubbock. They really destroyed this basketball team. I know they're a MEAC opponent and they've struggled this year, but Texas Tech was awfully impressive in this win.
They did. Justin Gray said after the game that it was probably the best all-around game that Texas Tech had played so far. Isaiah Manderson said that their chemistry is really starting to get going. They're really starting to click. And
the keys inside this game, some of the numbers are awfully impressive, aren't they?
It's ridiculous. 28 assists, only 11 turnovers. From the perimeter, they shot 50%. Those high numbers need to carry over into the game against Arkansas Pine Bluff.
And you look at the game, they were very clean, and Justin Gray, they had to start guarding him. The kid was on fire from the perimeter, wasn't he?
He was. He found a sweet spot kind of in the short corner a little bit, and they left him open, and so he just kept making them.
And Tech made a lot of baskets over the course of the night, some big-time dunks. They destroy South Carolina State. Next up in this Las Vegas Classic, another home game, Friday night at United Supermarkets Arena, Arkansas Pine Bluff. And before you play the SWAC card and say they're a bad team, should be another dunk fest, not the case. This is a good basketball team.
They upset Houston at home in overtime last night, 61-56. So don't just snooze on them and think this is a snooze and cruise game. Not at all. Texas Tech needs to come out, play, dominate, win.
And their danger point is Marcel Mosley, correct?
He is ridiculous. He leads the SWAC and his team with 17.5 points per game. He had a career-high 33 points against Houston. And this kid, he's a 6-foot guard, but when you watch his shot, it's a high-arcing shot. Sometimes it goes over the top of the backboard. Sometimes it arcs even higher than the shot clock. The kid knows how to shoot, and he scores for this team.
And, of course, that win over Houston, that's former Oklahoma and NBA coach Kelvin Sampson. Sure, he was real pleased about that.
He lost his jacket, lost his tie. He was not thrilled.
And they did that with a heck of a defense, didn't they?
They did, but it was really a simple defense. It was just your simple 2-3 zone, and Houston kept throwing really stupid passes and turning it over. They had 16 turnovers in the first half, and Pine Bluff scored 20 points off that for 27 total points in the first half. But this 2-3 zone, it really is nothing special. They don't come out and pressure you at all. They just hang back in the defense. What Texas Tech needs to do against this zone is don't just pass it around the perimeter because that allows the zone to stay in its place. Go inside, go outside, work the ball inside to Zach Smith and Lawrence Odiase. Get it to Zach. Zach, turn around, look at the basket, and then pass it into Lawrence for the high-low action. That should work well against this 2-3 zone.
And one of the things you said last night after that win over South Carolina State, the inside-out passing game was beautiful for Texas Tech, wasn't it?
Yeah, 28 assists last game. Let's keep it up. Come on, Texas Tech, you need some more assists against this zone. That's what worked against South Carolina State. That is what will work against Pine Bluff. You can't just, oh, I'm going to pass this way, and they can know what I'm doing. Throw in some pass fakes. You heard a lot of the coaching staff against South Carolina State yell pass fake when they were in their offensive sets. So they've got to work it around and get it inside to get some high-quality shots.
And, of course, after this game against Pine Bluff tomorrow night, you and them depart for Las Vegas. A real rough Christmas for Krista Pirtle.
It's going to be terrible.
The key thing here, though, Krista, is Tech has a chance to really have a heck of a record coming out of non-conference, don't they?
They do. I've been watching some film so far today. Loyola Chicago, they are a beatable team. Texas Tech just needs to take care of the basketball. That is key. And then once win or lose against Loyola, Texas Tech will face either Boise State or Houston. Houston obviously struggled against Pine Bluff. Boise State has been without Drimmick. He's been sitting out with a back injury, but they still know how to score. It's going to be a slight step up in competition for the Red Raiders, and then they come home and host North Texas before conference play begins. They could really do well in non-con.
And, of course, we will have a lot more coverage coming up of the Las Vegas Classic, both Friday night here in Lubbock at United Supermarkets Arena, an 8 p.m. tip-off against Arkansas Pine Bluff. And then Krista will depart for Las Vegas. She'll have full coverage from the magicalness that is the Sin City. She'll behave herself, though, because she's a good kid. Hopefully Texas Tech behaves himself as well and comes out of there with 2 wins. Until that time, though, stay locked in with Krista on Twitter, at RedRaiders.com, LubbockOnline.com. Full coverage of Texas Tech men's basketball. For now, we bid you farewell. That is Krista Pirtle. I'm Zach Long. You're on RedRaiders.com.